What's up, bro? It's Zhoxius here. So I'm starting this social media shit, bro. I got 13 subscribers in like a week and a half. You know what I mean? Not that bad, not that crazy. Nothing explosive. Nothing like, oh my god, he's the next fucking Mr. Beast. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm doing great things. Doing great things. You know what I mean? So recently, I've invested about $100 into freelance artist. He's gonna create me new banners, a new profile picture, and an anime character that's like based on my visuals. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully, if the artwork turns out good, and just investing in my channel, the artwork. You know what I mean? So people can say that, oh, this guy means work. He means real business. You know what I'm saying? My videos aren't that crazy low effort. They require a little bit of cognitive thinking. You know what I'm saying? But editing wise, there is no editing at all. It is just really record, hit go, and then hit stop recording after that. On top of all that, bro, I just want to say I am looking for people to stream with. I'm looking for people to play games with. I'm looking for people to talk to every day, bro. I have a new Discord open up. It's a community Discord. It's a free Discord. You don't gotta pay or do anything crazy like that. Whatever it is, you just join the Discord, and we get to talk. We get to form our opinions. We get to form bonds. We get to form friendships, and we get to really dig down into and dirty and play these video games. And hopefully we can make reaction content with whatever it is, and hopefully our personalities mesh really well. Now, I just want to say this, guys. You might not believe in astrology, but I am a Pisces man. Um, for the most part, I believe in the abstract. I believe in the thinking. I believe in the dream world. I believe in all this stuff. Uh, my conversations are there. I'm Canadian, by the way, also, by the way. And I do also want to talk about this, bro. I do believe that there is a social media conspiracy in America because America has a lot of these social media companies, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, you know what I mean? I do believe that they are suppressing countries that they're currently in talks of tariffs with, and they're suppressing countries and people, specifically influencers, who are trying to go viral. Now, some people believe that if you make the right content, you will go viral. If you're very popular, if you're very nice, you put a lot of effort into your videos, editing, and all that stuff, you will go viral. I believe that to an extent, buddy. Um, it's just not fucking there. But I've been watching some videos, and I'm like, yo, the quality of content, the quality of the things that people are talking about is so fucking low, but they're going viral. They got a proof of the TikTok creator program, and I'm like, yo, it's 2025. How come that creator program is not in Canada? Because they don't want to enrich us. They want us to hurt during these times. They want us to literally bleed out of our pockets while we get tariffed and taxed to death. They want to make it very uncompetitive for us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not buying it, bro. I'm not buying it, bro. I see the dumbest shit go viral. I'm not fucking buying it, bro. I'm not buying it, bro. Someone out there, bro. If you're from a country that's being tariffed, or if you're in Canada, remake your social media with a VPN, and only, only tweet from the USA, and just see what it's like. See what it's like, bro. I promise you, you'll get more views, more viral, more virality. You'll get paid by ads and all this crazy shit way more quicker, way more fucking quicker, bro. You figure that Canada, which has so much fucking red tape and yellow tape and regulations, will be one of the first countries approved for something called the TikTok Creator Program. But TikTok doesn't want that coming out yet because they're milking the fuck out of this shit, bro. And they know, right? So TikTok's about to sell a large, a TikTok US version to the USA, whatever it is, so to invest in the USA. They know that a large amount of income should be going to Canadian creators because a lot of Canadian creators have it popping, bro. I don't know if it's something in the water, I don't know if it's something in the air, whatever it is, but Canadians just have it fucking popping, bro. Our artists, Justin Bieber, The Weeknd, Drake, keeps going on and on and on and on. We have it fucking popping, bro. We have it popping. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We're very creative people. We're very talented people, but we're being suppressed. And here's the thing, right? So TikTok is trying to artificially pump up their income numbers, with them saying, "Oh, we don't have proper income for Canada and some other countries, whatever it is," and they make these Canadian artists, who are bleeding out because of tariffs and taxes and all that stuff, life, cost of living crisis and all that shit. They make these Canadian people watch on the sidelines while their pockets get fuller and fuller and fuller, which increases their valuation, which means that they can sell TikTok for a higher price. I firmly believe this is a business strategy that they have. They don't want to pay us people yet. And I do see a lot of Canadian creators crying about this shit, bro. Like, it's ridiculous out here, bro. But I want to say this, bro. I want to say this. Sometimes it's not about the money. And me personally, bro, you know what I'm saying? I live on disability. I'm not here for the money, bro. I'm here for the fucking connections, the friends, the talent, the laughs, the smiles, and the good times. My people, my people, my people. Our governments are the main issue. It's not the people versus the people, it's the government versus the government. And this one, I have to like break it down to you guys sometimes because it's like, yo, we were doing just fine 40 years ago, 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago. We had a recent pandemic, a crisis with COVID, and that's when things spiraled out of control because there was so much discretionary spending that these amateurs didn't know what the fuck was going on in the government and they didn't have disaster protocols. And then they had to spend trillions of dollars to inflate the economy. And they watched people's bankroll, people's savings, people's companies, people's farms go bankrupt and we didn't have enough life support for them to bounce back. We destroyed generational wealth in our country, and people aren't understanding this, bro. You could spend generations, I'm talking grandfathers and great grandfathers and whatever it is, creating generational wealth just for something that is fabricated by Dr. Fauci, apparently, or you know, someone in the Canadian government or whatever it is, or not Canadian government, the U.S. government or the Chinese government, whatever it is, to make such a virus, a deadly virus, and destroy our economy. And I'd be asking, I'm like, bro, you know, it's one thing for America to say, because they had a lot of funding in this process with making COVID, right? It's one thing to say and talk all that shit on the internet and try to distract the voter base. It's another thing for other countries around the world, like the UK, Australia, Canada, and you know, Germany and all this shit, to go to the USA and say, you know what, we've had enough. We want reparations. We want reparations for COVID. And I wonder what America would say. America's probably going to pull out, oh, we're the police for the world. We have to spend so much money on the military. We're doing all this great stuff. And I would say, hold the fuck on, bro. You niggas is in charge of what? Of what? Cuba, Colombia, I think some parts of Montenegro, like CIA coups, overtaking the government and doing all this crazy ass shit on in the sidelines, trying to play like, you know, like Age of Empires, whatever it is, and just like doing crazy shit behind the scenes. We didn't ask for that shit. We believe that in a free world where people would take care of each other, and we have our own military and our own people that are prideful, and we believe people will defend themselves when the time comes. It's one thing to be a power-hungry, obsessed nation. It's another thing to trick your friends, your allies, into basically getting, you know, run over by a bus by USA. I don't know how to say the metaphor, but like we're all getting ran over by USA. We're allies and NATO and all that shit. They don't give a fuck, bro. They don't give a fuck. And here's the thing, bro. The Russia-Ukraine war is still ongoing. One of the major people that are selling constant weapons to Ukraine is America. It's America. The military industrial complex goes fucking hard. And they're making billions and billions and billions of dollars. They need war to thrive. They need a war to thrive. And they know that this war will bleed out Russia. It will bleed out this. It will bleed out that. But apparently, according to the books, Russia's economy is doing fucking great. Russia's economy is doing great with BRICS and all that shit. It's doing fucking awesome. And I just look at that shit and I'm just like shaking my fucking head. I'm like, bro, sanctions, tariffs, taxes, all this crazy shit going on, and we can't harm a country that has like a what? Less than 100 million people? We can't harm them? It's ridiculous, bro. I've been watching some of these Ukraine war videos, and I just watch how they lose tanks and heavy vehicles that are worth millions of dollars to little drones that are worth like a couple $1,000s. I'm just watching this shit and I'm like, bro, our money's literally being melted in thin air into like a furnace. We're just burning money. It's just a waste of time, waste of money, waste of everything. I think the people of Ukraine should have just left their fucking country. Should have just left the country, joined NATO, and then came back later on. Came back later on into another country. You know what I'm saying? But we don't have that type of infrastructure to house now in refugees. But damn, bro, it's a losing fucking war. And I'm not buying it, bro. I'm not buying the military industrial complex because, bro, there's millions to be made. Maybe even trillions if it's a 20-year war.